Okay, as a promise, I'm pulling the engine out right now. So one of the things I'm going to recommend is make sure everything is disconnect or unplug. I use this pry bar because I'm leaving the motor mounts in place, and see the motor mounts right there, and the pry bar is right behind it. Got stuck in there. You gotta go and look around everywhere, and I just saw this connection. See right there on the insulation. That one is attached to the engine still, and I disconnect all the hoses, connections, except for that one. So here, everything looked good. It looks good. So, except for the connector on the other side. So with this big loom, kind of like a disconnector tool. So you go on the back and just pry it. Of course, probably it's gonna be easier if I go on top of the engine. Okay, right there it is. I don't know if it get disconnected or not. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the engine out now. So hopefully the cell phone stays there. Make sure when you try to disconnect the engine, make sure you got the torque converter bolts out or the nuts, because otherwise it's not coming and you will hurt the transmission or the torque converter, and you don't want to do that because it costs a lot of money. So just go step by step. Make sure everything is coming out nice and easy. Do not hurry. Do not be in a big rush. And these bolts that is holding the chain on the engine, make sure those are like 10.9. The higher the grade, the better. And it looks like maybe the hood's gonna be disconnect, because still gotta go like almost another foot. I think it's hitting right there already. So let me see if I can cheat a little bit. See if I put it on the side like this. Maybe the other side is better. Yeah, like that. I'm gonna pull it. Looks like it's gonna happen. Well, so far it's happening. So there's the engine, and the reason it's like this is because, like I mentioned earlier, this engine, it ran out of oil and the engine got seized. So there's the nuts, the studs, no, what is it, the bolts that goes in here. There's 6. If you bend this, it will make a lot of noise later on. So there is the torque converter. You guys can see the oil behind it. All the oil is coming from the engine. That's not transmission oil. Because the transmission fluid is red and it's very thin. So I left the motor mounts intact. The only thing I did is just remove the bolts, and that's it. I did not discharge the AC, and it looks pretty complicated, but it's just a lot of crap in there. It's a lot of stuff in there. This had to be disconnected. Yep. So I'm gonna swap it right now. I'm gonna see if I can install that engine now. It's like at 8:30 p.m. on February 13. See, somebody remove the timing cover because that's not factory. There's too much goop in there, and whoever did it, I don't think they did it the greatest. Besides, that blue RTV is more for like a coolant. The black and gray RTV are for oil resistant, not like this. So if you guys want to see how I got it out, it's just I used a sledgehammer and I broke the splasher because I cannot get it out. So I disconnect the connection rod bearings in every single one, and I was just able to turn it. Otherwise it will not come off. So here goes the starter. That's the shield for the starter, which is pain in the neck to replace it. So go very slow. Well, this one doesn't matter, it's broken anyway. But on the new one, you have to be very careful. Yep. So yep, make sure you don't hurt anybody. I got this cherry picker 20 years ago. I think I paid like $200, and it's still here. It's still working pretty good, except for the boom. I replaced it already. So there you have it. That engine is toast, scrap. So That one is coming in right now. But before that, I gotta make sure everything is good. I gotta install or check the spark plugs, which are right there. The valves looks pretty clean. I like it. Clean, clean, clean. Don't have any good in there, any junk. And that one has a little piece of paper in there already. So make sure you clean it before you install it. And keep the rats away. Otherwise they will eat connectors, wires, you name it. So this is the intake, and it's only 8 bolts. 2 right here, 2 right here, 2 right here, and 2 right here. And once you remove those bolts, that thing will come off. Make sure you don't break the fuel line or fuel fitting, which is right here. So this one is this right here, just like that. Yep, it will go right here like this. Just like that. It looks like a twins. Yep, so I'm gonna finish what I'm doing. I'm gonna see if I can install it tonight before I go. And hopefully tomorrow I will make another video. All right, sorry. I hope you guys have a good one. Good night. See you guys later.